What do you make of the fact that Israel have been included in Eurovision and that Spain, Ireland, Slovenia and the Netherlands are going to boycott the contest?
Well, first of all, they made the right decision. I think if the world now decided to boycott the only Jewish country in the world from a song festival, I think that we would have no doubt that we're back in the 1930s Germany, and we all know what happened with that. But what's really interesting in your interview just now with Chris Williamson, and this is kind of taking the hood off the actual problem, is it's not about Israel and Gaza, because when you kept questioning him, he actually said, no, Israel doesn't have the right to exist. Mm-hmm. So here we go back to it. Nothing to do with the war in Gaza. He just doesn't believe in Israel's right to exist. So first of all, which country around the world, which was created in 48, like India, Pakistan, is anybody saying, oh, do they have the right to exist? Do they have the right to exist? So the fact that the only Jewish country in the world is still being spoken about whether we deserve to exist after 78 years, that in itself is the anti-Semitism that you quite rightly accused him of.
The Eurovision Song Contest, it's a bizarre spectacle every year. I don't know what that's got to do with Israel's policy in Gaza.
Well, absolutely nothing. But what he's trying to, what he argues for is basically the isolation of Israel in the world. He's saying, let's just boycott and isolate the only Jewish country on earth. And he feels that's justified because of a war we didn't start. And he talks about an occupation that didn't exist. From 2005, Israel left Gaza. And he talks about the fact there's no equal rights for citizens, even though Israel has 20% of citizens that are Arabs who live in Israel in full equal rights. He now wants to bring in all sorts of other territories around Israel that are run by the Palestinian Authority. So the whole thing is nonsensical. And at the end of the day, as you quite rightly pointed out, it points to a deep-seated anti-Semitism in people like Chris Williamson, who have basically bought lock, stock and barrel the narrative of the Islamists, the same Islamists that talk openly about taking over Europe and taking over the rest of the world. So this is who these people are aligning themselves with. Not only does a music festival have nothing to do with anything, the irony and the sad tragedy is that on October 7th, a music festival was stormed and massacred by Hamas and killed hundreds of young people who went to dance. It's adding to us insult to injury.